starts now.
An historic country club in Poway is closing its doors following a failed ballot measure.
It was a lose-lose situation for us.
Measure A would have knocked down the 55-year-old StoneRidge Club to make room for luxury condos.
The condos were going to be built about 30 feet from my backyard.
But now the clubhouse is closing and its long-standing employees are jobless. Tonight, NBC7 digs into Measure A's failure and what it means for the community. Thanks for being with us. I'm Catherine Garcia.
And I'm Mark Mullen. A North County country club is shut down after 55 years. Its owner, a Beverly Hills developer, closed it down just hours after voters in Poway rejected Measure A. It would have paved the way for him to build luxury condominiums on part of the property.
NBC7's Robert Santos is at the StoneRidge Country Club tonight, which I guess it's pretty much deserted now, Robert.
Yeah, and it certainly feels that way now, and even during the day when we saw a few workers, none of them wanted to talk on camera, but we could definitely feel their sense of sadness. You know, many have been working here for many years, and it was just at 11 o'clock last night when they found out they are losing their jobs. And for the people who bought on this property because they liked the golf course, they wanted the open space, well, they're in a sense now left divided.
The condos were going to be built about 30 feet from my backyard.
Keith Sato did not want his backyard view to be taken up by a bunch of condominiums.
And 2 stories and 30 feet, not much past that tree right there.
Neither did his neighbor Anna, who lives 7 houses down.
I mean, we were going to lose property value regardless, whether it's a brown open space or whether there's a 2-story condo invading your privacy and looking into your yard and blocking your view. So, candidly, it was a lose-lose situation for us.
In yesterday's election, a majority of Poway voters rejected Measure A by a margin of 62 to 38. It would have rezoned up to 25 acres of open space recreation to residential condominium. Then it would have paved the way for developer Michael Schlesinger to build 180 luxury condos for people 55 and older.
We were the most concerned.
Schlesinger released a statement that read in part, "This is now out of our hands. The entire facility will be locked up and fenced for the foreseeable future. The golf course will vanish and the city will suffer economic and property value loss from this black hole in the community."
No, they didn't say anything.
These golfers who had booked tee time had no idea the place was shut down. For much of the morning, workers packed up and left the country club. Some of the tennis nets have already been cut, and whatever's green now will soon turn brown.
I think it's a tragic shame.
Steve Siegel lived on the side of the golf course that wouldn't have been developed. He voted for the measure because he preferred that option over seeing the golf course shut down.
It was the least of 2 evils, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, we did enjoy the nice green, semi-green grass, but I can live without it.
I personally, before they close it down, I'm going to go throw out some wildflower seeds behind my property.
And now you may recognize Schlesinger's name. He's the same guy who bought the Escondido Country Club and let that fall into disrepair. Escondido city leaders have not voted on a plan yet that would allow redevelopment there. So what's next? Well, residents are really hoping that the defeat last night will send a message to the developer that Poway residents don't want this place to be rezoned, and they're hoping that would force him to sell. Live here in Poway, Robert Santos, NBC7.
Black hole. That was some very sharp statement by that owner. Had a lot to say. Okay, Robert, thank you.
Well, we have uncovered new